Tonight, we are just so excited to have with us the Mr. Live Master himself, Mike Chavez. I have just thoroughly enjoyed getting to know Mike over the last 2 years. He is just an incredible, incredible leader and person and just serves from the heart. He has got a great team growing right there in Las Vegas, Nevada, but his team spans all over the United States because of the way he does and builds his business. It's very, very cool, but I'm going to spare the details and let him go into a little bit more about himself. So everyone, please welcome Mike Chavez.
Oh, thank you. Take my hat off to you, Colette. You always do such a great job of introducing people, and thank you for always being there. If you guys haven't met Colette, hopefully you get a chance to meet her and develop a relationship like I have with her over the last 2 years. She's truly incredible, always there. It's funny, quick story. Right before this call, she called me right when I was thinking about how we were going to do all this. So thanks for that, Colette. I always appreciate you being there. Like Colette mentioned, my name is Mike Chavez. I live here in the fabulous city of Las Vegas, and I'm so super excited to share my story. That's what I'm going to basically do, is share my story, tell you a little bit about this TeamU story, tell you a little bit about this incredible vehicle and company that we have, and this revolutionary product that hardly nobody knows about. Then we're going to let you know what your options are, and then we're going to let you know a mentorship opportunity that would be available for anybody that wants to personally grow. So again, my name is Mike Chavez here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I always start my story out by just letting people know how I got started in this industry and how much I had struggled in the past. So about 10 or 11 years ago, I was exposed, or somebody shared network marketing direct sales with me. And I went to a couple meetings, and I saw just ordinary folks, just like everybody that's here on the screen, ordinary people changing their lives and having transformations, with their physical appearance and their financial appearance. We call it the 7 pillars: spiritual, mental, emotional, relational, nutritional, physical, and financial. I know that was a mouthful, but all those things combined, I saw these just normal people having transformations. And I thought to myself, wow, since they're normal people, I could do that. Well, I didn't know how much work it was going to take. I didn't know what I was going to have to do to succeed. So for the first 6, 7, 8 years of being involved in this industry, I sucked. That's quite frankly, I didn't have any success. I wasn't able to establish any residual income. And that was what I was really after in the beginning, was the residual income, because I realized that that was going to give me true financial freedom. So what I did is I just kept plugging along, and I went through a few different opportunities. I wasn't what I would consider myself to be an op hopper or an opportunity hopper. I really gave it a go at everything that I did. And I still struggled for years. But what happened back in 2016, towards the end of 2016, I was in a situation where I was hurt. I couldn't work anymore, and I had to go on Social Security disability. And what happened for our family at the time is we had a little bit of nest egg. We had a little bit of money saved up in our savings account, but when your income gets cut in half, you start going through that savings. And once that starts to disappear, what comes next? The credit cards started going up. So that's the situation that we were in. The money it just wasn't coming in anymore, and I didn't know what I was going to do. So I got online, as crazy as this story sounds. I got online, I saw people doing Facebook Live videos, and I thought to myself, I started getting that same thought in my head. I'm like, if they could do it, I could do it. So that's what I did. I started doing Facebook Live videos every day. I've been doing them daily for the last 4 years, and it's been an incredible journey. But the first 2.5 years of doing those videos, I still had the same struggles. I didn't have a vehicle. I didn't have the things that I needed to get that magical residual income that we all want for our freedom. And it wasn't until December 2018, when I met, excuse me, my thing just dropped. I lost myself here. I wasn't until December 2018 when I was approached by a friend that I had met online. And we developed a relationship over time, and we met each other in person. He was living in Las Vegas at the time, and I was living in Southern California. I came out to Vegas. I met him. I met his son, and we've developed a relationship. A few months later, he reaches out to me one day, and he says, "You got to meet this guy." And I thought to myself, "What do you mean I got to meet this guy?" So what he did is he told me he went to some event and he met this guy who was incredible and I needed to meet him. And that's all he told me. He wouldn't tell me anything else. So since we had developed a relationship, I trusted enough to get on the phone. And this is where my story kind of shifts into the TeamU story, because that's when I met a gentleman by the name of Michael Zappia, who created this incredible team that called TeamU. And that's who we are right now that you see on the screen if you're not a guest. And Michael sat me down and we started to have a discussion. And he started asking me all these questions about what I was doing online. And I basically kind of just told him the same story that I just told all of you. And Michael really listened and he opened his heart and he started to tell me his story after he listened to mine. And I was blown away by his story because he told me a story that really aligned with all of everything that I was looking for. And I didn't realize it at the time. And the story that he told me was that a perfect stranger walked into his life and changed his path. Michael's known as a path changer. And he proceeded to tell me how this perfect stranger introduced him to one person after another, which led to him being mentored by a legend in this industry. And when he started telling me the story about how he was mentored by a legend and the success he had because he took all of that information that he got from his mentorship and he actually applied it, he had massive success. After he's told me his story, he asked me if I would be open to be mentored by him. And I said, well, yeah, what does that entail? That's when he started to tell me the vision of what TeamU is. And I'm living it today. It's the vision of building a global network that sets the gold standards for network marketing professionals globally. And, you know, we started talking about this vision and he painted it out for me so pretty. So I said, of course, you know, I'm open for you to mentor me, but what does that look like? You know, what is this? What are we going to be doing? And that's when he started to tell me about this company that nobody knew about. It was a company called Euphoria Science, and that's what we're going to talk about here in a little bit more detail. It was a company called Euphoria Science. And back in 2018, a gentleman by the name of Terry Lacour came up with this incredible machine called the Nutritionator in Eugene. So to backtrack a little bit and what this is all about, was all the way back in 1990, there was a gentleman by the name of James Watson who actually mapped out the human genome. It took him 13 years to figure it all out. And then what that actually means is it's the blueprint for our DNA. So as science and technology went along, they figured out how they can test somebody's DNA, see what sort of genetic defects that they have, and be able to supplement them and help them out based on their genetic defects. I know it sounds like Star Wars kind of stuff, and that's what I thought at first. And so what Terry Lacour ended up doing, Terry Lacour is known in this industry as like LeBron James for network marketing. He's taken several companies to half a billion and over $1 billion. And he's really good at finding innovative products and bringing them to the marketplace and changing the game. And that's exactly what he did. Over the years, there was two other companies that were trying to do this. They were doing the DNA reports and they were knowing all the ingredients that they needed, but they had to formulate them by hand. And that's where the Nutritionator comes in. And that's what Terry Lacour developed. He developed this machine that automates the system, automates the whole process, and allows it to be more affordable in the marketplace. Now, a little bit more information about the product. It's really, really super cool. What we basically do is we will send you a DNA kit where you swab your cheeks, your left cheek and your right cheek, and they're going to be looking at your skin cells, right? And so they analyze your DNA, and it's all HIPAA and CLIA certified. So your DNA is safe. It will never be sold. And that is a big, big controversy right now. So we have the strictest guidelines for security. Now, once you swab your cheeks, in about 14 days or so, you will receive a 35-page wellness report that looks something like this. And what it's going to do is it's going to break down what makes you, you, basically. And they break it down into layman's terms. Now, this is another part of my story because this report really did change my life. They test for 18 what we call actionable genes. Now, the difference between an actionable gene and a non-actionable gene is say you inherit we inherit our parents' eye color, our hair color, our mannerisms, and our facial features and whatnot. Those aren't going to change. You got what you got, right? But actionable genes are what pertains to your health. And we can take action on those genes based on the scientific research with natural, raw, plant-based ingredients. So you get this report, and it breaks down all of the different genes in layman's terms. And right now they're color coding it to make it really simple. If you see on the screen here, you get a green dot. That means you didn't inherit the gene from either one of your parents. If you get a yellow dot, that means you inherited it from one of your parents. If you get a red dot, that means you inherited it from both of your parents. Now, why this report is so accurate to me personally is because out of the 18 different SNPs that I got tested for, I got 4 reds. Again, the reds mean I inherited a genetic anomaly from both of my parents. And they are that what I inherited was healthy lipid support, healthy blood pressure, homocysteine heart health, and lipid oxidation support. Now, all 4 of those directly correlate and affect your heart health and your cardiac, right? Well, ironically, both of my grandfathers had passed away of heart disease before the age of 60, my mom's dad and my dad's dad. So I got those genes, right? But here's the good news. Just because I have these reds doesn't mean that this is a death sentence and I'm going to die of a heart attack before the age of 60, because we'd like to use this analogy that your genes are the gun and your lifestyle is what pulls the trigger, right? Or yeah, something like that. You guys know what I'm talking about. So what we're able to do now is take this report and create a customized formula based on your DNA. And what's really super cool is it comes right to your doorstep every single month with your name on it. And another thing that's awesome is instead of an expiration date, like every supplement that's on the shelves right now out there in the marketplace, this doesn't have an expiration date. Guess what it has? It has a born on date, the day that was manufactured, and you're going to get it fresh, delivered to your door within 3 to 5 days of it being made. I've had some incredible results from this product. There's been hundreds of other people who have incredible results from the product as well. And I like to share it. It becomes a new lifestyle. Is this a magic pill? Absolutely not. But I will tell you what's magical is the information that are in these reports. Because if you really take heed and you really take this information and you take the action that we can take with the supplementation and you live a healthy lifestyle, you will definitely have some incredible results. Of course, results vary based on everybody because everybody is different. Now, that's the wellness report. We have a few other reports that we have. We have a skincare report, which breaks down your different skin types, how you can take care of your skin. And it goes through, I'm not going to go through too much detail on that, but it breaks down the type of skincare you should use, if you should be out in the sun or you should protect your skin. I know that one's accurate too, because when I was growing up as a kid, I used to go surfing all the time. My nose would burn and peel and burn and peel. And everybody told me I'm going to get skin cancer. And guess what? I'm almost 50 years old and I got beautiful skin. And that report told me so. Also, the last report that we have, one of the last reports we have is a sports and fitness report. And again, this report, I have taken the information out of this report and I have applied it to my physical activities of my life as well. It breaks down things like endurance and muscle strength, power and performance, ligament and tendon risk, just all muscle cramps and soreness. And what I learned about this report in my life is I got the reds for tendons and ligament support. Well, guess what? When I'm not supposed to be doing high intensity type workouts where I do a lot of jarring and stuff like that, running, basketball. Well, guess what? When I was growing up, I loved playing basketball, played basketball all the time, tore my knees up, ended up having to get a knee replacement. If I would have known that back then, maybe I could have taken a little bit easier on my knees. We have one other report that we just came out with. It's called the weight management report. Now, this one's pretty cool. I'm still waiting on my report, but I'm excited to learn what is in that report. It breaks down so many of the other different, what we call FTO or fat genes, and it enables you to really understand how your body breaks down and processes caffeine, and it just goes into a lot of detail about weight management. And to support that, we have a product that goes along with it called Core. It's a base formula that you start taking, and it's gender specific because it helps balance with your hormones and whatnot. After you get your DNA test done and you report back, they customize a formula that Colette is going to show you right there called Prime. It's incredible. We have a few other products as well. We have a skin care serum that has an incredible ingredient in it called AC11. It's a topical ingredient. And AC11 actually is in all of the products that I've just mentioned so far. And if you're a guest here or you don't know what AC11 is, I strongly encourage you to go and Google it, because it is a revolutionary product that has been clinically proven to repair the telomeres in your DNA. We also have another product called Shield UB, which is it helps boost your immune system. It has stuff like zinc, elderberry, vitamin C, just some really, really good stuff. It has a natural sweetener in it, so it's not too sweet, and it tastes great. I'm just thinking, that's pretty much, I think I've covered all of the products so far. And like I said, I've had some pretty incredible results myself, because I've changed my lifestyle and I've been around incredible people. I mean, where else can you have access to world-class nutritionists and physical trainers and people that holistically really know what to do with their health? That's what TeamEU is all about. Now, you might be sitting here wondering, what are my options and how would I get started if I was interested? We have a few options. The first option is you could hear all this information and you could be like, no, this is not for me, but we ask that you would get back to the person that invited you, because they cared enough about you to have you come on and take a look at this. Now, I had mentioned it took 13 years for them to develop the Human Genome Project, hundreds of millions of dollars it's taken to get to this point with the technology that we have, right? And I also mentioned that before Terry Lacour built this machine and automated it, before it was affordable to the marketplace, this used to cost thousands of dollars for people to get their genes tested and get the product that they need to support them. So you can become a customer, and it's only $300 to get your DNA tested, and then you're going to have an opportunity to do one of two things. You can take our flagship product, Nutrition, that comes with all of your customized ingredients that you need based on your DNA, a core basis for your vitamins, or you can go the direction of the weight management. And that's really cool because you have options. And so you also might be looking at this and you might be saying, well, gosh, you know what? I think this is pretty cool because the DNA wellness industry is going to be in the billions and billions and billions of dollars. Do your research on this right now and look at where DNA is going. It is going places. It's going to revolutionize the healthcare industry. And let's just pray that it's handled the right way. I know, and I'm rest assured that we have something that's natural and raw, that's based on your DNA. So you could become a part of us. You can join the business here with us. And this is what I've gotten to do full time for the last couple of years, and it's radically changed my life. Okay. Also, you could be looking at this and you could be saying, you know what, this sounds amazing. But I don't have time. And you see the opportunity there to maybe make that residual income that I've been talking about, like some of us are able to do now, but you just don't have time. A lot of people are busy. Well, that's awesome because we have an incredible team in place that do this full time, and you would become a referral agent. It'd be as simply as taking the product and just turning people on to us, and we can help you build your business. I did forget to mention that they have an incredible incentive for us to share this with people. If you share this with 4 people, your product is free. You only have to pay the shipping. And you might be asking yourself at this point, how much is it a month? It's $159 a month for the product. If you order this for 4 months at $159, your 5th month, it drops down to $100. So it's less than $5-6 a day, and it can radically and dramatically change your life. Now, one of my favorite parts about this whole overview is talking about TeamEU and the team that's changed my life, quite frankly. Like I had mentioned, when I met Michael back in 2018, I had never had a mentor. And that's what was missing. It was the mentorship, it was the leadership, it was the culture of this team. And what we've been able to do over the last 2 years, we've created these leadership groups, and we've been able to go on destination leadership retreats and meet people in person. And to me, this might kind of sound funny coming from me being the live video guy on the internet, but I gotta tell you, I never really got it until I started going out and actually meeting people on my team, and really starting to go out and meeting people in person. And that's what we get to do here. That we have, our team is global. We have people from Australia here right now. We have people from Canada here right now. Then we have people across the country, and every part of the country and every part of the world that's plugging into this system is really reaping the benefits from it. And I can't wait to travel the world and go and see everybody that's been a vision and dream of mine since the beginning. And I'm just so glad that I'm here to be able to share all this with you.